The Becoming Unsilenced podcast is about awakening to the greatest potential you always were. Listen to teachings, interviews, and inspiring stories of others who have challenged the accepted, expanded possibility, and merged modern day life with ancient wisdom to discover their greatest potential. When you become fearless, you become limitless. Now be inspired by today's episode. Well, welcome, Jenny, on today's episode of the Becoming Unsilenced podcast. My host is Jenny Liz. Oh, you're going to have to help me with your last name.
Yeah, I know everybody has the tough time. Ciccone.
Ciccone. Okay, very good. Jenny lives in the Florida area, and she is an EFT practitioner, coach, and really here to help individuals live their most joyful life. So, Jenny, tell us a little bit about you and your work.
Oh, yeah. Thank you so much, Vicki, for the work you do and inviting me today to be here with everybody. Um, yeah, I went through my personal journey, transformation journey, transferring actually from the career in the corporate world before as a career consultant and a career coach to finally in this current field as doing healing and a coaching, whole person healing coaching together to really release all the stuff that unconsciously, especially unconsciously, block us from bringing out our full potentiality in life so that we can move forward to live life with freedom and soul satisfaction, not just external success like I did before. So I have the full passion, and that's why we connected.
Yes, and if for anyone who's interested, you host a series of that we've done together.
Yes.
Um,
Soulful Woman's Journey.
yes,
Yeah.
and where can they find that at, Jenny, if they want to check it out?
Oh, thank you for mentioning it. Um, it's my name as the channel name on YouTube. It's called Jenny Lisa Kong. You can find the series there called Soulful Women's Journey. And also, I bet, in the information we will provide, on different sites, especially I provide a lot of information, insights on Instagram.
Okay, and I'll make sure and put that in the show notes. I'll put your Instagram and your YouTube channel for anyone who wants to check it out.
Yes.
I've
Mm-hmm.
been really looking forward to this conversation with you today because I find that things come into my world in strange ways, and you work with the modality of EFT is one of your modalities, and I'm going to give you a chance to explain that in just a moment. But um, it's a modality that I've been aware of for a long time. I've used a lot of other modalities in my healing transformational journey, but I'd never really used this particular one. And a couple months ago, I was in a class where another coach was talking about using this. And I'd said to a participant, I said, you know what? I've just never found that technique useful. And
It's
then what is so fun, Jenny, is that our relationship evolved. I actually asked you to do a session with me, which I found so powerful. And I'm like now like shifting my words completely because I found this to be a super powerful tool under your guidance. So tell us, what is EFT?
Yeah, thank you for mentioning. Really, it's my honor, to have a chance to support you. Yeah, EFT with the words, it stands for Emotional Freedom Technique. So when we use the emotion, this word, I bet, many people already start to feel like uncomfortable because this is a very sensitive and vulnerable area for people to even talk and go there. Especially, we both actually talk about that. And personally, I came from the corporate world. So many women in the corporate world, we are under pressure with a lot of things juggling on the plate of
Yeah.
life, So,
And you have to
we
be strong so
strong.
you don't look weak. You have to
Yes,
not be too angry so you don't look like a
yes,
bitch.
yes, yes. We both were trained as a coach. Of course, we need to have positive mindset, right? So we don't go there. So I would say I didn't really go there naturally. I mentioned with my personal transformation journey, I was like pushed to the bottom of the downtown road. Suddenly, I don't know, I don't want to know finally why it happened to me, but it just, the life took me down from a very successful, so called, at surface level, very successful life, good life, and then suddenly went down. But anyway, so when I was at the bottom of the life valley, back to those years, I really didn't have the energy finally to function because
Mm.
I was stressed out, dealing with all these different issues in life, and energy level was really down.
So
So
burnout, would you say you were experiencing
yeah, burnt
burnout?
out, stressed out, was a lot of things happened in my life suddenly without prediction, and I didn't see it coming. So it just suddenly happened. And then, I went there. I just felt like life is so unfair to me, blah, blah, blah. I already started to do coaching back then. I feel like, hey, I'm a positive person. I do everything right. Why this happened to me? So I didn't have chance. So back to this point, I didn't really go there intentionally. It's like I know. So I was pushed down and forced into this zone to try to get myself back on track in life. So I didn't have energy and I finally surrendered. I said, okay, so whatever universe God, what do you want me to do? I don't have strength to fight anymore. I surrender. It's not really like even,
I love that. I
I
surrender.
surrender. Yeah, I had no choice, right? But then the funny part is when I didn't have strength to fight, it's like unwillingly surrendered. The new door started to open, and I just received all this information, knowledge, books, audio, videos, courses, whatever. So I just studied because I was thirsty because I need to heal myself, came back, bounced back in life. And then gradually, I, my mentor for my Coach You coaching program, she was a practitioner. She did a couple of sessions with me, before. And then I remembered, I said, okay, so maybe I can try. And then coincidence just happened in synchronicity. I went on the retreat. It's like, there they had those practitioners, EFT
Ah,
practitioners who
okay.
offer the services. And I went to try and I read the book about Meridian line also. Then, I felt like, hey, I can try it on myself. And then when I tried, it worked. So I just went further and further. It helped me a lot. I gradually regained my energy back. Now I finally realized that it was meant to happen for me to go through this and come out to help others. I just heard this voice in my mind. I need to come out to help others. That's why I went to get myself certified. And after that, I just kept practicing. The beginning of the year, And the year until now, after so many years practicing as a professional, I would say my work goes to a different level. It's very, very differently for me to do the work now, combining everything. So I do feel like it's very powerful what it does. It's like using our fingers. I call them as energetic hammer.
Oh, I
And
love that.
and then when we pick some core issues, pressing issue, I am so stuck. I feel so stiff on my shoulder, whatever, that kind of core issue. It's like I call them internal stone. So use the energetic hammer to tap on the meridian points that connect us to the internal stone, the core issues, emotional and thought stones. So to hit and tap and speak, and it's like hit on those stones because they are buried so deeply. We cannot reach them. It just cannot, we just cannot use our logical mind, the head, to analyze, think, and get rid of it. So this tool connects us to those buried feelings, thoughts, and the beliefs. Most of them are rooted from the childhood, bothersome issues, or even early trauma events, traumatic
Mhm.
events. So now we can connect them and feel a little bit and use this tool to hit on the internal stone, the stuck energies. We express and clear them, let them out, so that your body system can be realigned and
And clear.
then regain the balance. So it happens at all different levels, not just only at physical, body symptoms or mental relationship issues, emotional, and also spiritual as well. So that's how it works.
Why it's so
Hopefully,
powerful. So
yeah.
now, because there's a lot of people who are going to be listening to this, and we're going to do towards the end of the session, we're actually going to do a tapping session that I'll cut just that section of the video out and put it in the link for someone who actually wants to see this. But would you describe to us two things? What is a meridian? Because I heard you
Mhm.
say meridian. And then what are these energetic points for someone who kind of can't see us at the moment? What are those energetic points
Oh,
on
yeah.
the body?
I actually honestly don't have the official definition of meridian, this word, but it's really like in the energy realm, energy system of the nature of the body energy system. So especially this EFT is actually the combination of the Oriental traditional medicine and the Western psychology, knowledge.
Okay, so it's
So
bringing East and Western
yes, the
understanding together,
combination. Yes.
which is so cool.
So yeah, the meridian point, it's really like, the invisible energy system which exists, of our body system. And then meridian lines, we don't see them, but sometimes, like right now in my life, sometimes I feel like, oh, those arms, some areas, some points, I feel like a bit, painful, sore, when I touch it, I just tap, 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 tap. And then after several days, it's gone. So that means, the blood circulation or energy flow starts to open up and the jam, internal jam, that's the indication in the
Okay.
reflection of the internal energetic jam, tropic jam happened. When you feel the pain, that means there is jam. So when you just tap and you understand a little bit of the system, the line, the point, and then just tap the jammed area, and then you will experience the opening, the releasing, and the pains will be gone, just like we do to heal headaches, migraines, or body pains, things like that. So, but it's a very complicated system. We don't need to go there at all.
Yeah, so just
So the
tell us
only
like
thing,
what, because there's like what, 9 points on the body
yes,
that you
yes,
use
yes. So
during
when
tapping?
we do this to help people, or when people learn, because I also teach people to learn this, to do it by themselves. It's very, very simple, only 9 points. And I use my version to remember. And for people only to use 1 minute to graduate. So
Okay, let's
can
do
I
a
take
1
a
minute so we
minute?
can,
Yeah, can I take a minute to introduce here?
yes.
We use a simple approach with 9 points. So only one on the hand, and the rest of 8 are located on our body, especially on our head, and the one on the side of the body. So let me introduce now. One on the hand, you see I hold a loose fist at the edge of my little finger. There is a line here. It's like a little heel. So this is the point called karate chop. So those kung fu guy use this point to break the bricks. So
So it's on
this,
the outside of the hand for those who are listening to us, it's just on the outside of like the palm of the hand, but
yes,
on the
the edge
end.
of your little finger.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and hold a loose fist, and then you will see this line, this point, and touch it. Whichever hand is okay. So you can use the left hand or right hand, or the only thing is to touch this area, no matter which way, how
Okay.
you touch it. You can use 2 to 3 finger, tap on this point, or this way, the other hand, or both hands. Just
Okay.
touch this. It's called karate chop point. So only one hand on the hand. This point is for the purpose to find your core issues, to pick the internal stone to hit on.
Okay. Perfect.
And
So that's
then,
number 1.
yeah, and then the next several are all on the face. They are all located on the different part of the face and named by their location. So let me share with you here. So still 2 to 3 fingers, either this side of your face or this side. So
So
the first
right
on the,
above your eyebrow, like
yeah,
right
the
above the
first
nose.
one on your face is at the beginning of your eyebrow. This
Okay.
side or this side. When you touch it, you can touch the hair here, right? The eyebrow hair of the
I have to
eyebrow.
take off
So
my
the
glasses to
first
do this.
one, yeah, the first one is the beginning of your eyebrow. It's just called eyebrow.
Okay.
And along the eyebrows, you go to the side. It's on the bone. Either this side or this side, it's called side of the eye. So the next one along this bone under your eyes, it's in the center of this bone, this side or the side, it's called under the eye. So the
Okay.
next one moves your finger down to below your nose and above your upper lip in the center here. It's called under the nose. So the next one, move down your fingers to below your low lip in the center. There is a line here. So this point is called chin point. So
Okay.
it's all based on the
Kind of
location.
right in the little divot of
And
your chin.
yes, chin point. So the next one, I have my collar today. It's the whole collarbone area. It's bigger area. So you can still use 2 to 3 fingers, either tap the side or the side, or you can even use your 10 fingers gently, of course, don't hurt yourself. Tap the whole area just within this collarbone area.
Okay.
So people will feel like, oh, wait, I already forgot. Let me come back to the first one, eyebrow, side of eye, the under the eye, under the nose, chin point, collarbone. So now you can see it forms a question mark.
Oh, gotcha. It
So
does.
we already remember now 6 points.
Okay.
So we only have 2 more points on the body to remember. So adding 1 point on the top of this question mark, it's on the top in the center of our head. It's just called top of head. So
Okay.
now we have 7 points. They're all on our head. So the last one now, put your whole hand under one side of your armpit and go to the edge of your little finger again, but this time it's not on your hand. It's on the side of your body here. Nipple
Okay.
level on the side of your body, either this side or the other side. It's called under the arm.
For a woman, it's right about kind of almost like at the bra line,
Yes, yes,
if you wear a bra.
yes,
Not.
yes. So yeah, it's under the arm. So that's all. Actually, 9 points. If I can just give, like 15 more seconds to review, I think that will be even more helpful.
Yeah.
One hand, 1 point on the hand, edge of the little finger on the little heel here, karate chop.
Okay.
And then eyebrow, side of eye, under the eye, under the nose, chin point, collarbone, top of the head, under the arm. So even though you don't have to make the right order in case you put the wrong or no right or wrong. You just touch those areas. Sometimes even though you miss some points, it's also okay. People just genuinely or intuitively, they forgot to move their point, sometimes just stick to 1 point. That's also okay. That's amazing that people there in the know being knows that this is the area needs to connect and release stuck energies. Sometimes it just works like that. So no precision required, no professionalism required to even draft your scripts or whatever. So that's actually the other challenge people experience. Oh, I don't have professional support. I don't know how to say what to say. So when we do our demonstration, maybe I will share more about that. I
Yes,
don't
and
want
let
to
let's
overwhelm.
actually just go right there. So let's we're going to do just like a little mini demonstration. I'm going to be your client today in this
Thank you.
demonstration.
Yes.
And so go ahead and like just lead me as if you were working with me as a client.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So of course, I would do some kind of general stuff, right? No sensitivity, no privacy, no anything, under this circumstance. So, do you like to share with me a little bit, Vicky? Like, if there is anything like, body stiffness right now you are experiencing, or something, it just trigger you a little bit of your anxiety because that's what happens to everybody, right? Or even, the pain a little bit on different parts of the body, something like
Yeah.
that.
Well, so right today I have a lot of like stiffness in my neck
Mm-hmm.
and almost like a swollen gland in my jaw.
Mm. Okay. So, do you like us to go there a little bit? Because we experienced, from our last session, right? So sometimes when we just go there, it could, bring out some next layers,
Yeah,
motion, or
I'm
whatever. But
willing
we
to go
will,
wherever we
yeah,
go,
we will
wherever
not
this goes.
just, yeah, it's not time wise, it also doesn't allow us, but we will just do some general and the basic stuff.
Yes.
So people have some kind of idea, experience, right? How it goes. I appreciate you to be open and willing to do the demonstration. So first, we go to the karate chop. We call this uh, first step as setup statement, finding the stone. So the stone, from what I heard from you, it's really the stiffness in the back of neck.
Yeah.
Also, like tension, some tension in the jaw area. Right? Okay.
Yep.
So even though, so you repeat after me, we just have. And some people, if you are watching now and watch later, you can follow along actually. It will help you as well. Amazingly, you will experience. So it's like you repeat after me. Even though I feel stiffness in the back of my neck
Even though I feel stiffness in the back of my neck
and the tension around my jaw area.
and tension around my jaw,
Yeah, it's very uncomfortable, right?
it's very uncomfortable.
I love to release some of the tension.
I'd love to release some of the tension.
I learn to, I choose to, first, I choose to send some love and compassion to these symptoms
I choose to send some love and compassion to these symptoms
and stop judging these symptoms and discomfort.
and stop judging these symptoms and discomfort.
I can do that.
I can do that.
I choose to embrace these symptoms at the moment.
I choose to embrace these symptoms at the moment.
Okay, take a deep breath in, breathe out, give a sigh. So I use some, positive side energy as well, so that people, because many people cannot even say that they can accept at the beginning. So I didn't say we accept. I just say the truth. So this is the easy way to do this tapping thing because you don't need to think about what to say. Just the truth, the reality. Yeah, I feel uncomfortable. This it's annoying. It's a bit, but I choose to send some love, send some. We can do that, and I choose to embrace at least I have good part. This reminds us that we also have good parts now, not only this problem. So just embrace this part. So that embrace our whole energy. And then now we go to the eyebrow, this stiffness in the back of my neck,
The stiffness in the back of my neck,
side of eye, this stiffness in the back of my neck,
the stiffness in the back of my neck,
the tension in my jaw,
the tension in my jaw,
this tension in my jaw.
this tension in my jaw.
So when I'm doing this, you can see we are hitting, use the finger as energetic hammer to hit the energy in those jaw. The tension is the energy. The stiffness is the stuck energy in this area. So we are tapping and speaking and we are hitting those stones. So keep moving your point, Vicki, to your chin. Can you tell me a bit more of the tension in the jaw? Just describe what comes up in your mind. Don't analyze, stop the thoughts, don't judge. Is there anything? How do you feel about these symptoms?
It feels kind of like a band around, almost like under my chin and around like
Okay. Oh,
pulling
this
my head.
band under my chin.
There's a band under my chin.
This band under my chin.
This band under my chin.
Okay, move to the under the arm point. So tell me a bit more. So what do these symptoms like kind of remind you of? What's something?
Um,
Is there a message under this?
it almost feels like if my jaw was almost like wired shut and clamped and like being pulled up.
Oh, okay, on the top of the head. Now, I just use this way to demonstrate, not only demonstrate and teach people, you even don't need every script from professional to do this. You just tap and repeat what you said just now. Can you?
Hmm. I feel like
Is
there's
it
a like a clamp on my jaw, like
yeah,
pulling it up and locking it shut.
locking it and shut? Okay, eyebrow. Tell me more, Vicky, about locking and shut. Locking what and shutting what?
Hmm. It almost feels like a clamp, like I'm clamping my jaws shut, or like they're clamped shut with something.
Side of eye.
I'm trying to force them to open.
Oh, side of eye. Yeah. So these stuck energies in my throat area,
These stuck energies in my throat area.
under the eye, I knew that in my entire life, I was to work to find my voice,
I knew
right? Because I did some work with you, and that's
yes,
our theme. So let me embrace this, and it's related. Okay.
I knew that in my life it was my work to find my voice.
Yeah. And I felt like I didn't have my voice before.
And I felt like I didn't have my voice before.
And chin point, and I didn't know how to let the energies out and express
And
some buried feelings.
I didn't know how to let the energy out and express buried feelings.
Yeah, this throat constriction,
This throat constriction,
this throat constriction,
this throat constriction.
top of the head. I felt like my voice got shut down.
I felt like my voice got shut down.
I felt like there is a force surrounding my throat area and lock me up and shut me down.
I felt like there was a force surrounding my voice, throat area,
Throat
locking,
area, yes.
shutting it down.
Yeah. And I felt like being locked up.
And I felt like being locked up. And just to our audience right now, what's happening inside of me is I can feel this like deeper emotion.
Oh,
Like to start with, there was like no connection to the emotion, but now the emotion is like rolling inside of me.
okay. Yes. So can you stop tapping a little bit? Take a deep breath in now and breathe it out. So I forgot to do one thing when we started. How, if we have a virtual scale from 0 to 10, how high you felt it was of your stiffness and the jaw tension on this virtual scale?
So I would say that it was probably like a 5.
Yeah, it was not very high, right? Yeah. But now when we tapped and connect using the finger, find the stones. Now we connect and hit on that Actually, I bet your intensity goes higher, right?
It really like jumped up to like probably like a 9.
Yeah, wow. See, that's how fast this tool is to connect us with those energy, those feelings. But then people will freak out sometimes. Oh, no, 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 I don't want to go there. It's not safe. I don't feel comfortable or whatever. Don't worry. We still use this. After several minutes, it will still change. Okay. So we just keep tapping a little bit. I feel the emotions now.
I feel the emotions now.
I know it's from the past.
I know it's from the past.
A lot of stuff, a lot of stuck, energy inside of me
A lot of
is
stuck
trying to come out now.
is trying to come out now.
I choose to release some stuck energy,
I choose to release some stuck energy
release the tension in my jaw,
and release the tension in my jaw.
release the stuck energies in the back of my neck,
Release the stuck energy in the back of my neck.
release the stress in my throat.
Release the stress in my throat.
That's how I felt to express myself in the past.
That's how I felt to express myself in the past.
Yes, I felt stressed when I needed to express myself and give my voice.
I felt stressed when I needed to express myself and give my voice.
I am realizing this energy pattern
I am realizing this energy pattern
and understand they are just energies.
and understand they're just energies.
I happen to be, I happen to get stuck in the past.
I happen to get stuck in the past.
I am aware of these uh, stuck energies now, right?
I'm aware of
Want me
this.
to find a better word?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm realizing these energies that are still there. Yes.
And now it almost, as we're doing this, it almost feels like that's like coming up in my throat, almost like bubbles
Oh,
trying to get out of my throat.
yeah. You see that. Thank you for, tracking the energy, with me together and explain. That's
Yeah.
very, very helpful. So now, if you're watching, we can, maybe stop tapping a little bit,
Yeah.
take another deep breath in and then breathe out. When you breathe out, just breathe through your throat, not only your mouth and the nose, throat. It's like letting out the energy from your throat. So that,
I feel the sensation of like I need to burp or something like that.
oh, yeah, that's the energy. So it's almost like when we are doing this kind of thing, it's almost like we are having the dialogues, communications with the energy, which are our feelings, self-talk, thoughts, and sometimes beliefs. That's why this tool can work on the limiting beliefs as well. So I used to believe this and that. So that's because of this and that, that. So now, by the end, we do some positive rounds and we will say, today is a new day. I build a new belief because I'm realizing now something different, something like that. But let me come back. So you have something to say? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say if you want to kind of fast forward to that kind of end session,
Mm-hmm.
I'll let you be the guide from here.
Okay. Yes. So let me check with you now. You said you just felt the sensation. I call them tingling sensation, right? It's almost
Yeah.
like energy's moving there. So now your stiffness or tension in your jaw, you said it went up to 9, really high. And is it going even higher off the chart or stays at the same level or
I think it's actually like slightly decreased just a little bit.
okay. So if it's 8 or
Yeah.
Okay. So tap a little bit. Can you just tap and speak out more? What comes out from your mind and anything, the voice you hear from yourself, the self-talk, or even sometimes feelings.
I I feel uncertainty, like
Um,
trapped.
mhm.
And what if I didn't do enough? What if I didn't speak enough? What if I never speak enough?
Mm,
What
wow.
if I never get my voice clear?
Mm-hmm. Thank you so much. Keep going. Keep going. I will jump in a bit later, but I like you to just let it out. You see, this is what I say, the truth, the real self-talk, no judging because they are no good, no bad, no wrong, no right. They are just energies. No judgment, no self-judgment. So keep going, Vicky.
I feel all this like pent up energy inside of me, all this possibility, this creativity, but it feels like it's like trickling out instead of like shooting out like a fire hose.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm so ready to let it come out.
Yes, yes, I'm so, you see, you already started to shift already to the positive side. So it's like, I really know what I want to say.
Yeah.
Can you repeat after me? Or you can change the
Oh,
words to
I,
resonate your own
yeah,
words.
I
Yeah.
know what I want to say.
It's my life purpose or soul's purpose to find my voice and express and live my life.
It's my life purpose to find my voice and express myself and live my life.
Yes. And I realized the limitation that got me stuck in my throat.
And I realized the limitation that got me stuck in my throat.
All those invisible energies that got stuck in my throat energy center
All those invisible energies that got stuck in my throat energy center
that shut me down and got me stuck.
that shut me
It
down,
blocked me, right?
and blocked me.
From expressing my truth.
Yeah. Clamped my jaw shut.
Yes, yes. I choose to allow them to come out and leave me.
I choose to allow them to come out and leave me.
I choose not to hold on to those feelings of fear anymore
I choose not to hold on to those feelings of fear anymore
because those anxiety actually protected me before
because those anxieties actually protected me before
from the fear of expressing wrongly, right?
from the fear of expressing wrongly.
It was not safe for me to express my truth.
It was not safe for me to express my truth,
But that's in the past.
but that's in the past.
I was a child.
I was a child.
I choose to touch those feelings and give the exit for them to come out.
I choose to touch those feelings and give them
The
permission
exit,
to accept them to come out.
exit. Yeah, the outlet.
Oh, exit.
Exit. Yes, exit and
I want them
outlet.
to exit and get out.
Yes. I choose to open up my throat communication center
I choose to open up my throat communication center
and express myself genuinely
and express myself genuinely
as who I am.
as to who I am.
Yes. Maybe there is still some leftover energy in my throat.
Maybe there is still some leftover energy in my throat,
but I'm realizing it now.
but I'm realizing it now.
I am on the right path to work on that, work on it a little bit more
I'm on the right path to work on this a little bit more
and release them.
and release them.
I choose to be really aligned with my true self
I choose to be really aligned with my true self
and find the freedom of expressing myself.
and find the freedom of expressing myself.
And then I will manifest the freedom in my life reality.
And then I will manifest the freedom in my life reality.
I'm so ready for it.
I'm so ready for it. Like, so ready for it.
Yes, I'm letting them all go.
Letting them all go.
Yeah, take a deep breath. Give a big sigh. So before I check with you, Vicki, I really, really appreciated you, of your genuine, expressing of your thoughts, self-talk, feelings. Because did you realize that I actually didn't even guide you as a practitioner? I just let you tap and speak out your truth. That's your truth. That's how I do to support people. I don't do anything. Yeah, but anyway, so that's your truth.
You were a
And
great facilitator and guide on it.
so how maybe timing wise we can only do this much, but let me check with you on the virtual scale right now. The stiffness in the neck, in the back of your neck, the throat constriction, the
Yes.
tightening
I
jaw.
I would say it's dropped down to like a 6
Oh,
now.
okay. Yeah. Okay.
And
So,
so, yeah, for timing purposes, this is you would continue to do this, right, until
yes.
that number got down.
Yes. Let me just explain a little bit. We'll not go to the details. When you check if you still have the six, and then you just go back to those points. Sometimes you even don't go to this, head,
Karate chop one.
karate chop. You just keep speaking out what is inside of your mind or whatever comes up, just speak out. Even though some feelings come out, don't be scared. Just speak out your feelings. I feel sad that I had held on to them for so many years. And maybe even I feel mad at myself by wasting my time. Or I have concern how I can finally really do this or whatever. I just make them up.
And don't be surprised if along with this comes tears, comes
Yes,
maybe anger, comes, I mean, a whole range of emotions
yes, yes,
going
yes,
to come up in this process. And that's okay. That's what is designed, right, to bring those emotions up and release them so they're not trapped
yes,
anymore.
yes. And Vicky, you experienced the last time already, because we don't have time. But if we just keep going to do several more rounds, and we could bring the score on the scale lower down to three or even below three. But I have to mention here for one big important thing that especially for the first timer or beginner, you can tap a little bit on the surface of your current stress level, but usually they all tied to the roots, the buried stuff from the past. So that's how it works. It really connects to the different layers that got buried inside of the body
So
system.
if you think about a root, like a root might be kind of a
Then
worthiness, like I'm not worthy, and then that comes out in a lot of different directions, right? Am I explaining that right?
yeah, many times, very often people will say, I don't matter. My feelings don't matter. They don't care. So why bother I care? They don't care. It's never safe. If I express myself, they will judge me or even ridicule or punish me. Something like they call me, like a sensitive, whatever. And they laugh at me and make me feel small and weak. And I don't want to experience that. Something like that. So this happens more to sensitive kids when they are young. So they just got stuck, or some kind of event happened in adult life for younger time. So previous events or so, sometimes even tied to some traumatic events. So you just don't want to do touch to those traumatic events by yourself. You need professional help. Otherwise,
Yes.
yeah, you don't want to
Yeah.
re-traumatize yourself. That's for
That's what I was going to say. This is a great tool. I think, like you said, it's a great tool that you can learn to use it and begin using it. But as with any
if it,
modality, when you
yeah,
are going deep, it's better to do it with someone to hold that space for you and someone that knows how to guide you through that.
yes, yes. But it's the tool that's simple and easy and powerful enough for every single person. If you want to learn some tools to just deal with your acute situation,
Yeah.
so yeah, it's very fast. So all the people I support, I help, they can do it right away after the first session already. They can do something to get, to support and help themselves control their, not control, I don't like that word, to deal with, reduce their stress or the headaches.
Yeah, and
Several,
that's even when we did the first session together, then in the following days after that, I did a couple more
yeah,
sessions with myself
yes,
and felt so much shifting energy. That was why I invited you to come on to the
thank
podcast to
you. I
talk about
really
it because
appreciate it.
it's such a
Yes,
valuable tool and especially when you talk about trauma work. I use the neuro linguistic programming modality to help people do
yeah,
a
that's also
similar
very important.
thing
Yes,
in
yes,
a different way.
yes,
And so I think it's just so cool to bring in all of these different modalities. One, to educate people about what's out there that can
yeah,
help them, and two, to give them options for, now if somebody's seen this and they want to do this, we're going to put your contact information in the
thank
notes so they
you.
can reach out to you and explore it. But it gives you modalities and tools so that you're not staying stuck.
Yes, yes. And I also do want to mention, because I personally also experienced, NLP or that kind of tools before as well. I know that all actually, when they work, it connect us to the subconscious
Yes,
stuff.
exactly.
Because really, a lot of things that are there, we are even not aware they are there at a subconscious level that blocks us. So these tools, different modalities and approaches are really powerful and very helpful out there, and give a lot of people, hope, because they are so
Yeah.
trapped and stuck, feeling like, I may live in this kind of, under this kind of state forever. I'm so scared. Life passes by. I don't want to end my life like this. Something like that. So these are their self-talk. You can also tap and speak out.
Which is so great when you learn this, to be able to just do it in any moment, to just, when you sense something come up, to just take a moment, feel into the body. I mean, the body is such a tool. I just read this week that statistically we can sense something off by the changes in our body, like 75% quicker than it actually comes into our conscious awareness. So
Yes.
our body knows way before our mind
Oh,
is
yeah.
aware of it.
Thank you so much for pointing that out. And let me add one thing, because I know we both agree that we worked in the corporate world before. Many women, working in the corporate or in the workplace, right? They keep pushing, using the willpower, use a lot of masculine energy, you know, and all through our analytical, logical mind from our head. So, but a lot of creative ideas, inspirations, or the inner guide that actually could guide us and take us to move forward don't really come out from our head. But we don't know that. So many people got stuck from our head space. It's really good to shift from the head to the heart and let our throat to, release some stuck, buried stuff in the heart and really open up our whole being, the hand energy field, so that we see more possibilities. Opportunities are there. We just got stuck in the tunnel, could not see it. That's the thing.
Yeah, and I appreciate you bringing that in. And there's so many cultural things that put on women. I worked in a male dominated environment, um, and there was so many unspoken cultural norms that I felt silenced to me. But here's the thing is I'm not silenced anymore. And part of what's needed, even in our corporate world or our education system, out anywhere that you work, what's needed is people who understand this and begin to say, I'm going to shift to live and show up in a different
Yes,
way.
yes,
And one person doing that can change the environment and the culture.
yes,
And that's exciting to me to think about. You and I are entrepreneurs, and we live this stuff from a little bit different pace than the pace that we were at in the corporate world, but yet there's such a need for individuals who are out there in that traditional workplace to
yes.
embrace this so that they can be the lights in those
Oh,
work.
yeah. Oh, yeah. And helpful, for the whole environment, the team members also. When you were saying, I just felt like so resonated. I'm afraid that our talk will never end
I
today.
know we're way past the time limit that we said we
Yes,
were going to
yes,
go, but hey,
yes,
you know what? That's okay. It's needed to be
yes.
heard. So
Yeah. So especially for women, I just like to add, like one more point. Because, especially for ladies, for women, we actually take more roles, multiple roles, not only in the workplace as employee or sometimes managers there, and then in the house, it's like wife, daughter, mother, whatever, so many things. And then if we try to, we are friendly, we are loving, caring people. We don't want to express a lot of things to upset other people, don't want to express our anger. Then we hold on to them so that we can hurt ourselves. So this is not good for our health, for the well-being. But that doesn't mean we need to go there to fight and express our anger, dumb down to them. But we could use those kind of tools to release it, to express with ourselves and release it so that we could be shifted in the neutral state. So that when you go out there, at least you will not be triggered that often. because a lot of stuff, the angers, it came from the old events, and the energies got stuck and we are triggered. So then if
Yeah.
we could release and let go, the button is not there, not trigger us, and they don't have the place to press our button.
That's right. We have control of our own button. And
Yes.
then, there are a lot of core fundamental principles that I teach, like conflict-free communication, boundary setting,
Yes.
that we can take those skills, because so much of the toxicity that happens in the workplace is just because people don't feel free to communicate the truth of what's happening, and they don't know how to communicate that in a way that can be of respect to everyone involved and
Yes.
helpful. So taking this tool that you've brought to us today, Jenny, and then partnering them with some other foundational skills just sets us up for tremendous growth in our lives. So wow, I imagine, Jenny, this isn't the last time that you're going to be on the Becoming Unsilenced podcast. So I'll look forward to the future. And anybody who's listened to this, please leave us a comment, shoot us an email, let us know what resonated with you on this topic. Share it with a friend who came to your mind while we were having this conversation. And then, most important, if you are feeling stuck in your life, I say the situations in your life are there to act as alarm clocks to awaken you to your greatest potential. So, whether that situation is a toxic coworker, or it is a water line that keeps breaking or something.
Yeah.
Like I went through a series in a property that I owned that had 3 different water lines break in it. And
Oh,
so, I don't know why that just came to my mind, but that was a great opportunity for me to say, wow, what is this going on? It's a to,
yes.
to help me wake up. So yeah, anyway,
So good
final
work.
thoughts as we wrap out, Jenny.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, I really appreciate you and your work. That's why, from the beginning, we felt so resonated and connected, and to do this work to help really a lot of people. So what I can do and what do you think it will be the best or most helpful to wrap it up, or, you know,
Yeah, let's wrap it up, and
Mhm.
I want you to tell people, one, um
Okay.
if they're
So
just getting started, what's their next step, and then if they're interested in working with you, how should they find you?
thank you. Thank you so much. Yes. And before I go to the contact, whatever connect part, I really, really love to point this out. Everything happen when if you feel stuck, it's really because inside of us there is conflicting energy. Part of you wants to go there. Part of you does not allow you for whatever reasons. So the split energy, internal tug of war. So only if we can be aware these both parts, or even more than two parts, dragging you to different directions, you feel like so split and overwhelmed, exhausted. So it's because the energies go to different directions. So understanding that, you know, we have hope. It's just like that. It's not like, I don't know what's going on at all. We'll never. So anyway, yeah. Um, for the people, again, you feel stuck at the beginning or so first. No, it's okay. Don't judge. No judging. And there is hope. And just come back to yourself, acknowledging and embrace.
Oh, I love that.
So if you
Grace.
really, need support, ask for help for many women, it's hard for them to ask for help. So if that's the part, you are going through experiencing, I would say it's actually even not about asking for help. It's about receiving love from yourself, from others, from the universe, God, if you know, want to say. So ask for help and follow your gut, follow your heart, follow your intuitive ideas, voice. You know, you actually, many people, your inner being knows everything. If you really feel like, yeah, that is probably the right thing or that's not right, just dare to follow your gut and step one more step, further to ask for help or check, to find out, to compare, to do some research. And, you can find tons of information out there online. What I love, to always recommend to people about EFT tapping is always the founder, Gary Craig. So, maybe, we
Yes,
have
I've watched
a,
some of his videos and
yes,
and
yes.
they're
Oh,
each
he
like
has,
7 or 8 minutes, so they're really
yeah, he has so many
yeah,
tons of videos, free stuff, information for you to begin with.
yeah.
So you
Gary,
understand.
what's his last name again?
Craig, Craig.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
So yeah, so um, I'm kind of actually at just the beginning stage of his advanced, membership, program or whatever as professional. I really, really love, his way of expressing and professionalism, the community. Anyway, so you can find more information. Feel free to let us know your questions and or your challenges. So anything that makes sense or doesn't make sense, it's all open for us to discuss and to find clarity. So I guess I will have my site information or contact information available. I really, if you feel resonated and feel like you want to explore a bit further to talk about, get some clarity, I will be very honored to support you with Vicki together. We both are in the same field. I just
Yeah,
feel so honored.
exactly.
Yeah, we could, share this information to support, you and maybe some friends together.
Sounds
Thank
great.
you. Thank you,
Check the
Vicki.
show notes for everything that you're looking for. And thanks for being here. And we'll see you on the next time we're together, Jenny.
Yeah, I would love to. And also, I will have you. Thank you again.
Hmm. See you next time.
Yeah, see you.
Thanks for being here. If you have a topic or question you want to hear more about, send it to us at the email below. Have an inspired day.